I don't know if it was 1964.
It was a good year.
For what? People
64?
climbing statues?
Yeah.
The Beatles?
Yes.
All right. And it was fun to see a live television production break down because one guy was like, I'm not going to get down.
I'm not going to do what you tell me.
Not going to do what you tell me.
I won't do it.
So 420 all this week. I will have tickets for you for Rage. I am going to be out on Thursday. We're going to air a Sum Of show on Thursday, but I will still give those tickets away at 420. There will be a mechanism in place for you to win them.
Technology's wild.
On Thursday. It is. Even in my absence, right? Mm-hmm. The thing can continue. Which begs the question, how important am I really?
None.
Not at all.
None importance.
None importance. Barely. Barely important.
May I say...
And the sooner that this company figures that out...
May I give a special birthday shout out to someone who's very important?
Bill, more Rage Against the Machine or Merry Birthday shout out?
I said more Rage.
Yeah!
Do you know this song?
No.
You only know Bulls on Parade, and you only know Killing in the Name.
And there's one other one.
Well, they have a lot
it
of
might
radio.
also be about a name.
There's Bomb Track. There's The Ghost of Tom Joad.
No.
There's Testify. There's
I like that
Down
one.
Rodeo.
Yeah, I bet you know Testify, and I bet you know Guerrilla Radio.
Lights Out. Gorilla. How I Could Just Kill a Man. That's a cover song.
I know that
but
one.
They do a couple of cover songs. Sure. Renegades of Funk is another cover song.
Because I was looking them up, and I was like, I think I know that one. Oh, it was How I Could Just Kill a Man.
Okay. So they have a lot of songs you might know.
Mm-hmm. I probably have heard them more than anything. I think my older sister, listened to this.
I'll have another $1,000 here for you in a minute. Who did you want to recognize?
It's my niece's 8th birthday, Riley.
8?
Today?
She's 8, yeah. She's homesick from school with the flu, so I know she's watching a live stream.
Perfect birthday present.
I know, so I know she's watching the live stream and she's feeling really crummy, and I wanted to tell her that I love her and happy birthday.
Riley, if you're not feeling that good and you throw up, make sure you have your mom record it and then send us the audio. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
No, she's feeling, it's my birthday and I'm sick. So I wanted to.
Welcome to life.
I know.
I'm kind of feeling under
Doesn't get
under
any
the weather
better.
Too. Granted, I said I'm kind of feeling like under the
She
weather
has the
too.
flu.
But it's not my birthday, so I guess it's not as bad. But still.
Yeah.
Do you have you think that any chance that your niece has the coronavirus?
No, she went to the doctor and said it was the flu.
99% chance that it's coronavirus.
No way. Don't say that. She's watching. Freak her out.
Okay.
It is the flu. The doctor said it was the flu. Come on with this.
Riley, if you don't know what 9 times 65 is, you probably have the coronavirus.
Stop talking. She is 8 years old. It's not funny. She's going to be freaking out.
9 times 65.
And she can do that math. She's good at math. So get a piece of paper and pencil and you can figure that out.
I can't even.
But if you can't, you
Bill,
know why.
Stop. Leave her alone.
Wait a second. She's 8.
Mm-hmm.
She's good at math.
Yeah.
Just not smart enough to figure out that Bill's kidding?
No, I don't
Is
know.
what you're trying to foist on us?
Well, she's sick, so maybe she's a little slow.
She's 6. I thought you said she was 8.
Sick.
Well, which is it, 6 or 8?
6 and 8. She's 48.
I mean, if she's 8, she is also 6
True.
and 7.
Had been
and now
6
8.
and 7.
Yeah, so she's beginning her 9th year.
Correct.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what the quadratic formula is, boom.
Bill doesn't know
coronavirus.
what the quadratic formula
Bill
is.
I got
absolutely
coronavirus.
Bill absolutely knows the quadratic formula.
No, he does not.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, I before
What
E
is
after
it?
C.
Yeah, okay.
X, Y, Z.
You got to solve
Knocking
for
it
X.
out of the park.
Yes. AX squared plus B plus C. Mm-hmm. Or B squared. Or...
I think it's like the square root of A squared plus B squared divided by C squared.
There you, all of
I
it.
think.
There you go. Solve for
wrong.
X, man. There's a variable in there. Right?
Yeah.
Just Google it.
Also that.
9 times.
9 times.
So was your niece recently in China?
She was not recently in
Okay.
China. She felt fine Saturday when we went ice skating.
Where'd you go ice skating?
We went in at the North Olmsted Rec Center.
Ooh, the China of Cuyahoga County.
Yes, potentially.
Chinatown ice skating.
But that is a place where you could get sick. There's a bunch of little kids running around and birthday parties and touching the same stuff and skates. And...
I was reading an article, and there have been many of them about the don't be racist when you're talking about the coronavirus. And they were talking about this woman, Asian kids being bullied at school. I mean, that sucks, whatever. But I was reading this story in particular about some woman in New York who was wearing like a surgical mask or something, or she was having trouble breathing, and like all these people wouldn't help her because they said, oh, she might have the coronavirus. And I'm like, look, man, if I see somebody coughing and shaking on the ground, I'm not gonna, I don't know that I'm gonna run over and help them.
Never help anybody. Mission statement.
Hey.
Mother Nature doesn't reward you for being magnanimous, right? I get that people want to do well and nice things, and it's not racist.
Is that when you are a MAGA guy, but you don't tell anybody? Magnanimous?
No.
Megan.
Maganonymous?
Maganonymous.
As soon as you meet a MAGA person who wants to remain anonymous, you let me know.
I thought
they can't wait
magnanimous
to tell you.
was when you had to wear the bigger condoms.
Oh, maybe. That might be it. Maybe it's both.
And those people don't want to stay anonymous either.
I just
Yeah.
thought it was a super huge magnet.
Okay, could be. Lots
Magnanimous
of options
Prime.
here. Magnanimous Prime.
That's a GoBot.
That's a nerd
Water,
joke.
fire, air, and dirt. In magnets, how do they work?
Who's Magnus Prime?
Magnanimous Prime.
That's
Who's Magnanimous Prime?
He morphs out of a Vespa.
Oh, nothing prime about that.
He's little, but he does
But he's
well.
very grateful.
And very, very fast. Very agile. Ding, ding, ding.
That's the costume I'm going to wear to the
We're
gathering.
talking about doing racist stuff, and then you draw
Ching,
some
ching, ching.
Zing, zing,
Come on,
zing. Like,
ching,
no, that's
ching.
zooming. That's the sound of zing, zing, zooming.
I don't know
It was
if
a
that's
Z.
what it is.
I heard ching.
It was a Z. Those are Z's.
Hella rude, bro.
Sum Ting Wong, Wee Tu Lo, Ho Li Fook, and Bang Ding Ao.
Steve Burns bit about that.
It's the best.
He's Asian.
It's the best.
It's the best prank of all time.
Yeah.
It's too funny.
I've got $1,000 for you. A chance for you to go fund yourself. Last week to do it, but until Friday, you have plenty of chances per day, so good luck.
Hey, it's Rover. Go fund yourself. We have your shot at $1,000 now. Text the nationwide keyword DIG to the number 200-200. You'll get a text confirming entry plus iHeartRadio info, standard data, and message rate supply in this nationwide contest. That's DIG to 200-200. Good luck and go fund yourself from 100.7 WMMS.
By the way, for the people who are ambivalent about Rage Against the Machine and asking me about the Rolling Stones, because I was going to be giving away Stones tickets this week, I have put that off a little bit, but I am still giving them away at the website. So if you go to alancockshow.com, hit the contest tab, still giving away Stones tickets for the first Energy Stadium show.
And while you're there, you might as well check out Alan Cox Show Instagram hotties.
Why not kill two boners with one stone?
One Rolling Stone.
We were watching something over the weekend, and my daughter goes, "What's a boner?"
Oh, what'd you say?
I said it's when someone. What did I say? I said it's when someone rips their pants or something. So we were watching something, and they really threw it in, or it might have. God, we were watching The Simpsons again. It couldn't have been because they don't have boner in The Simpsons. I don't think.
I think they do.
Bottom line is, I got to stop watching The Simpsons when the little one is around.
Probably.
She likes it.
Yeah.
You got to answer a bunch of questions.
I've had a couple people tell me in confidence, anecdotally, that they have tried to respond to a spouse with one of my daughter's quotes, to see if the other person would laugh or whatever. They were being chastened or they were being yelled at.
Say hello to my ass.
Right? They tried. They tried to say hello to my ass. Apparently, it did not have the same effect.
Same giggle effect
that it had when my child randomly said it.
I like "Hello there, handsome" so much.
Yeah, that was just kind of gross. I guess gross and funny at the same time.
Stupid.
Right. Alan, I've never contacted a radio station in my life, but I'm bewildered by the pizza debate. I'm Italian, I'm from Queens, and I find it extremely difficult to believe there are human beings who actually pretend to claim that the best pizza is anywhere but New York City. I've been to Chicago, I had deep dish, it was admittedly good, but it's more of a casserole. True. True.
It's a pot pie.
Right.
You ever had Wyoming pizza, man?
Why, I'll tell you what, you get yourself a slice at Casper, a pizza company, and oh, delicious.
It's gonna change your life. You know what it's like to be Italian until you go to Wyoming.
Yeah.
Have some of that Casper Company pizza.
So anyway, people who, when Joe from Philly called and said, it's the bread, it's the crust, whatever, because as long as you have fresh ingredients,
It's the sauce.
it all
I think it's the
falls
heart.
on
I think
the...
it's the sauce.
Well, my point is simply that good luck finding a place that legit is giving you fresh ingredients, okay? So if you're hanging your hat on that, you're already 50% out of the game. Anybody can make bread. Just had Tom Papa on. We didn't get into it, but he's
He's a bread guy.
In his
He's
new
a bread
hour,
guy, yeah.
he rails against people who aren't eating bread with good reason.
You're going to lose 3 pounds and no one's going to care.
Nobody's going to care.
I
love
love him.
bread.
Yeah.
Bread's
Tom
good.
Papa. That special's fantastic.
I'm not a huge bread guy, but people who like it, I get why they like it.
I got today. I went to, so normally when I do grocery shopping, it'll be like after a show or something because the Giant Eagle I go to is open until 1 in the morning. But today I went before the show. Went, got my nails done, went grocery shopping, and the bakery was open. And they had just baked fresh, like with the wheat bread that they make. And when I got it home, I made a sandwich and it was like light and airy and still a little bit warm. Oh, it was perfect. It was perfect.
Yeah, because it's white French bread.
No, it was Tuscany wheat bread, multi-grain something.
Okay, well, yeah.
It was very good, but what I'm saying is I haven't had fresh bread like that in a very long time, and it was fantastic.
Sure.
Something I think I'm going to keep in the back of the old little nugget up
Back
here.
the old mind grapes?
Yes.
The old think meat? Mm-hmm. Fresh bread. This is an epiphany to you? Fresh bread is
Not
delicious?
an epiphany, but I don't eat a lot of bread to begin with, and when I do, I'll get like whatever. I'll just get a loaf of wheat bread and throw some avocado on it.
You figure if you're
and
going to do it, buy it fresh.
Bought it fresh. They did it in a half loaf for me because they can do that with fresh bread.
Mm-hmm.
It was wonderful.
You know there's places that just make bread.
What are
Not
those
far.
called? Breaderies?
They're called bread tree stores.
Bread tree stores?
Boulangeries.
Boulangerie.
Traditionally, yes.
Okay.
Be the bread shop.
Well, if someone
Patisserie,
has
maybe?
a bread shop, I was very interested in checking it out. But I just went to the Giant Eagle.
Well, there's one there's one right by your house.
Really?
Yeah, Blackbird Baking Company.
Okay. I had no idea. I don't eat a lot of bread, because when I do eat healthy or go on diets or whatever, it's usually low carb. So I stay away from bread.
If you get the whole wheat like you're talking about, though,
Yeah.
that's good for you.
Yeah,
It's
9
okay.
grains. You can see all the. What I like is when you eat it, it has all the stuff in it.
Yeah.
Nuts and
See,
whatever
I don't
else.
like that
I
because
love
it's like
that.
finish making the bread. You didn't grind it up enough.
And then but it's like light and airy and perfect, but that crust is still kind of like
That's why there's so many.
So I had such a good turkey sandwich.
437.
Oh, stop.
What was it?
The crust is just so. She's like pulling her finger, pulling back everything. The crust is.
See,
just
he's the
sour.
only one thinking about crust in that way.
But
I'm thinking
I
about
mean,
the crust on my bread.
I don't really like. I mean, I like pepperoni crust. That's about it. I don't need bread crust. I don't need anything else.
Pepperoni crust.
He likes
I mean,
pepperoni crust.
Pizza crust. My bad.
Yeah, pizza crust.
I was
Pepperoni
like, what
crust.
are you doing to your pepperonis that they're crusted?
I wait till it's at a crust and then I eat it.
That's why there is such an explosion, though, of bread shops in and
Okay.
around Cleveland. There's Easter Island. There's wheat for it.
Okay.
There's so many great.
love that.
There's so many great
To
places.
rye for.
That one too. Yeah.
To rye for? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
So it's a brave new world. of,
Dough me the money.
Dough me the money. That one
I
too.
gotta think of one.
Oh, man. But yeah.
Yeah.
Good experience with bread.
Alan, necrophiliacs also like their bodies light, airy, and still warm. Actually, they
No,
don't.
they like it
No,
cold.
they want it to be
Necrophiliacs
dead.
want them
Yeah.
cold. I believe that's part of the pathology there.
I mean, a dead body that's still warm is. What's the point?
Yeah, shades of gray, you know?
Indeed. I still do have my grandmother saying boner for people who are asking me. There, we lost so many clips in the involuntary purge.
Oh, that's good.
So the clip that I've had for many, many years of my grandmother saying the word boner, I still have that.
I didn't know that was your grandma.
Right. Listen, it's all I have of my dear departed grandmother. Lo, these many years later. Boner. Thank you, Grandma. Fortunately. Boner. Right. If I ever were to be potentially haunted by her, or if she were to appear to me in an apparition, that would be
Maybe
essentially...
in some bread?
Well, not in some bread. I saw the Virgin Mother in a tortilla. Yeah, that used to happen all the time in our old neighborhood. We'd always have Gwen and I had some neighbor who was screaming about the Virgin Mary in a tortilla.
Okay.
And then run over and get some scratch off.
Yeah.
But,
Flour or corn?
what's that?
Flour or corn tortilla?
Flour tortilla.
Okay.
See the Virgin Mary in a flour tortilla. because of the way that they cook and the bubbles. You know, I don't have to tell you. You know.
I know.
But, whereas some people just see happenstance and chance of the tortilla process, other people see religious figures. And who are we to say that they're wrong?
You're not.
I just know that was one delicious Virgin Mary that we ate. But again, if I'm ever visited by the apparition of my grandmother, unfortunately, only way I'm going to be able to identify her is by having her say that word to me. That's the only way that I'll know it's...
if you're really a ghost of my grandma, say boner.
Well, I won't have to say it. She'll say it, and then I'll know.
Oh, she's a step ahead. Okay.
Right. He'll say, what word do I have recorded? And she'll say boner.
Although she doesn't know that I ever had it recorded. So maybe...
You're playing without her permission.
I don't want to
honor her.
Well, boner. She's dead now. So, and in her time, a boner just meant a joke or a mistake. You know, old Batman comic books. Oh, that was a boner. They'd have a whole section. Boners for jokes.
Why you just tell your daughter that?
Old movies from the 30s. Well,
because it's when someone gets a hole in their pants.
It's not true anymore. I mean, for all the...
I think the way they use it in... The Simpsons that you're watching, they are using it in that way.
No, somebody referred to boner as a boner. But, Bill, I can't use it as to explain a joke in our house because, as you know, there's such constant hilarity at Casa Cox that I'd be explaining it all the time. All the time.
I got a boner for you.
Oh, my God.
One of my stepbrother's best friends, they call him Boner, and I did not know his real name until last summer. They're like, honestly, I don't even think, I think it might be Chris. I'm not sure. But they were like, we're going to so-and-so's house. I was like, who are they? They're like, you've met him a bunch of times. I was like, oh, they're like the Boners. I was like, oh, okay.
In college, my
these are grown. They're like, they have kids and stuff.
Yeah. In college, my roommate said he went to high school with a guy that they called him Uni because he only had one ball. So he was known as that. Imagine that being like your nickname and that carried out through all...
University. Stephen Canton, Baguette Me Not is another great story. Thank you, Steve. So next time you're in Canton, make sure that you stop in and see them.
I will.
Yep. Okay, I've got a break. I'll have those Incubus tickets for you. You don't care about the Stones. You don't care about Rage Against the Machine. You want to go to that Incubus show. It's going to happen August 26th out at Blossom with 311. Bad Flower, so if you want to get out there, I'll hook you up shortly. 35192 to text or AlanCoxShow.com.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And